Happy Monday. Oh my gosh. Hi, guys. How are you? I hope that you guys have had the best weekend. I'm so happy to be here right now. Last week, I took off from podcasting because I was in Akron, Ohio with my grandma, my grandpa. Aria came with me, and I was there with all of my siblings and my mom. We had the best time. I felt like it was such a recharging, resetting kind of period for me. And I honestly felt just like I'm entering a whole new chapter of my life right now, which is crazy. I feel like I have just been in this new era of just evolution, which is so freaking cool. Being in my grandma's house that I grew up in, going to all of the summers there, going to every single holiday there. It is so cool to now see me there with my own daughter and just creating new memories in this household that I have so many memories from my childhood in. So we had the best time. Aria loved the garden. She enjoyed just exploring, being in the grass, being around all the trees, finding like we saved a frog in the pool. We were looking at new little insects and all kinds of things. It was so cool. And I felt like I honestly got so many signs on this specific trip of just great things kind of happening in my life right now and some really cool synchronicities. For example, like after I landed in Cleveland, Ohio, I landed there and then we were driving an hour to my grandma's. And on our way to my grandma's, I saw my dream car 2 separate times. And my dream car is my goal car is a Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon. And I saw 2 of them on our way home. And it was like out of like a split second in my eye, like just a split second in my vision that I caught the cars. And I just felt like me seeing those in a very small town where you honestly don't see a lot of cars like that. Seeing that just made me feel like I am on the right path. Good things are coming. I had so many like butterflies chilling around us, which I believe are like my past loved ones. We had hummingbirds like playing all around us and just so many really, really cool things that I just felt like were signs from the universe that everything is working out in our favor. We are on the right path. We are impacting so many lives. And it's just really freaking awesome to be in this space. So I thank you guys so much for being here. I give so much love to you, and I just appreciate every single one of you who decide to listen to this podcast. There are so many people who come out with podcasts, and you guys deciding to press play, it really just like means the world to me. So I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being alive, and thank you for always wanting to better yourself because you are freaking amazing. You are literally magic in human form, baby. All right, so today I have a really, really good podcast for you guys that I think is kind of needed right now with the times that we are currently in with the world and just all of the things that are kind of unfolding right now. I'm not really somebody who likes to talk about politics or bring like really any of the real world into my social media because I just want you guys to come to my page for light and positivity. And today I just want to share a little bit of the ways that as an entrepreneur or anybody really, how you can start to see all of these things that are happening in the world just with a little bit of a different lens. I am not here to like act like there are not real things going on. I know there are very real and serious things going on, but like I said, I'm here to provide you guys love and light, and I just want to be here to support you in this time of a lot of craziness. Like we just now got out of, or no, we're in Mercury retrograde right now. We just now had the Lionsgate portal, which was super duper emotional and kind of all over the place for a lot of people. And then we're also we just now had a full moon pass as well. So I just feel like emotions have been high. Things have been going on all around us. And I just want to give you guys some clarity, some guidance. I hope you guys find this episode super helpful. So the first thing that I want to start us out with is actually a quote from Henry Ford. And this is that infamous quote that I'm sure that all of you guys have heard. And it says, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. And I wanted to start it off there because your mindset is seriously so important when it comes to you continuing to level up and step into a greater version of yourself. Your mindset and then the vision aspect. And we're going to get into both of those things today because I want you to see that if you want to have a future that is set up with so much freedom, so much desire, and just all of the things that you've been journaling about or thinking about, you really do have to have these two things in check for you to progress and become the best version of yourself. With everything that's happening in the world, like inflation and prices just going through the roof and people not being able to buy cars and pay their bills and all of that, I really understand that this can be a time where a lot of people's mindset just gets a little bit taken over by the news. I just want to remind you that you do actually have some control in what's going on to you, what's happening around you. And the best thing that you can do right now is control what you can control. There are still people making 100K months online. There are still people making $1 million in a year right now. So regardless of how crazy things are, there are still people out there winning. And whatever business or network marketing company you're in, or job or career, there are people who are winning. There are people who are crushing it. And some of that may be because of their belief system, their mindset, and the way that they are seeing all of this stuff happening around them. There is so much opportunity in this time, and I do not want you to forget that. There are so many different ways that you can be attracting an income and really be stepping into a version of yourself that has more abundance and isn't going to be worried about the prices of groceries going up or gas going up or anything like that. So although there is some reality to the world kind of changing right now, remember that you do have the ability to kind of tune out the noise and remember that you do have control over your reality. You do have this ability to manifest and to co-create with Source, God, Universe, to create a life that you truly desire and that you love. And it's all within your power. You are never, ever stuck. You are not alone. You are just being redirected, and every single thing that you've been desiring is going to come your way as long as you can follow along with the next few steps that I tell you. Control what you can control and make sure that you are blocking out the noise. Show up for your goals regardless. Make sure that you are not taking on everybody else's BS and making it your own, okay? When it comes to the news, get off the news. If you're noticing that your social media is flooded with a bunch of negativity, start unfollowing people. Start getting off of it on the weekends. Start limiting the conversations that you're having with people who are super duper wrapped up into what's going on around this world. Because if you know that it's causing you a little bit of anxiety, it's making you doubt, it's making you worry, that is not something that you need to be constantly hearing about. And I think a big part of this is when people are talking to you about what's going on in the world, making sure that you're not taking it on as your own. I was just with family and they were talking about how expensive things are getting and whatever. And when they say things like that, I let them tell me whatever they want to tell me. And then in my mind, I literally recorrect it to being like, that is for them. That is not for me. It might be expensive for them, but it is not for me because that is not something that I have to worry about. And I am always helping so many people and I am changing the lives of others. And I am so abundant and I am doing absolutely everything I can to not only better my lives, but better so many other lives. And the law of reciprocity defines that the more that you're giving to others, the more that you are sharing your light into this world, the more that you are going to be receiving great things as well. And you don't want to do these things just to receive more, but it's the law of the universe. So remember that if you can just show up every single day from a place of just wanting to help, wanting to heal, wanting to make sure that you are taking some pressure and you're releasing people of their anxieties, their fears, know that you will be provided for because you are putting your heart out there and you are so committed to helping others, whether that's in business or in their life, or if it's just giving them better skincare or hair care or whatever it is, giving them life insurance, who knows? Whatever that you are doing right now, you are making an impact and I am proud of you. Stay focused on the impact that you're making and the outside noise cannot affect you. The outside influences can only affect you if you allow it, okay? Remember that you are an energy. Everything in this world is an energy, okay? You are not just in your 3D physical body, and that's all that we are. We are so much more special than that. We have so much magic that lives within us. And when your energy is clear, when it is radiant, when it is truly helping the collective, you are making such a beautiful impact, and every single thing that you desire is going to come your way because you are showing up in that way. If you're in a place of wanting to make more money and just up-level your financial game, I would definitely give yourself a second to actually do some reflecting on any possible blockages that can be coming up. We talked a lot on our last episode about money beliefs and your money story. If you haven't listened to that one, definitely go back and listen to it, especially if you're being affected by all of the craziness that's going on in the world right now. But I want you to actually start viewing all of these things as things that can actually set you up and can really unlock your abundance in a way that you've never seen before. And this is coming from a place of energetics. It's not I need to be doing way more work. I need to be promoting more content. I need to be promoting more products. I need to be selling more. Instead of going that direction with everything that you're doing right now, I want you to really turn inwards and ask yourself, what is blocking me from my success right now? What are the belief systems that are running in my brain that are not actually benefiting me? There are so many things that you can start to actually reflect on and notice that there are just little weeds in your garden that you can start to pull up and allow new beautiful flowers to just flourish. Something that is extremely important right now is having a clear vision of your future. Having a clear vision allows your mind to know where it needs to take you. It allows you to just move with so much ease and so much more clarity. And I want you to think about this in particular, okay? When you get in your car and you're wanting to go to a new restaurant or something, you don't get in your car and just start aimlessly riding around the city trying to find the place you're going. You get in your car, you set your GPS, and it takes you directly there. Having a clear vision is exactly that. It is going to set your mind up with exactly where you want it to take you, and is going to make things so much easier when it comes to you creating your dream life, because it doesn't have to sit there and guess. It knows what opportunities, what kind of connections, and what kind of people that it needs to lead you to make your dreams your reality and make the things that you desire actually happen for you and at the exact right time for you. I'm going to put together a resource of all of these questions that I'm about to give you right now, but I just want you guys to actually take time to think about, what does the next level version of yourself actually look like? What does her business look like? What does her relationship look like? How does she show up every single day? What is the food that she is eating on a daily basis? How does she take care of herself? How does she show up for her habits and her routines? Who does she hang around with? What kind of friends does she have? How does she treat others? How does she make an impact in this world? How does she feel every single day? Once you get extremely clear on all of those specific questions and you know exactly where you are headed, I promise you this is going to cut down the time so much that it would take you to get to that place that you're wanting to go, because you have the clarity, you have the vision completely set up for you. And once you go through all of those questions, I then want you to ask yourself, how can you start showing up as her today? Maybe it's just putting on a specific outfit that makes you feel like a classy girl, or maybe you're in your rich mom era, maybe you're in your fashionista era. Whatever it is, I want you to start showing up as that woman right now. Dress like her, act like her, be confident like her, show up as the best version of you, the highest version of you, as quickly as you can. Is it just buying somebody else a coffee because you have the abundance to do so and that makes you feel good? Is it making sure that you're taking all of your supplements because the next level version of you would be really on it with her health goals? What are all of the things that this next level version of you would actually start doing, and start to incorporate those tiny little habits today as soon as possible? And it doesn't have to be big and huge of like, oh, I'm going to go buy a Louis Vuitton. Like, no. It can be as simple as, I'm going to paint my nails because that makes me feel like the next level version of myself who gets her nails done. Or I'm going to go get ready this morning because the next level version of myself gets ready every single day. Or whatever. It can be so unique and so individual to you, but having that clear vision is going to help you out massively. When I think back to my journey, the reason that I am at the place that I am currently at is because I had a clear vision. Let me run it back for you really quick. So when I was 19, I was living at my parents' house, and I remember sitting every single Saturday was my vision casting day. And in the morning, I would just like open up my blinds, I would lay in bed, and I would just get like all cute and cozy, and I would just start journaling about what my future looks like. And I remember that summer, I was like, you know what? It was the summer of COVID. And I was like, it would be so freaking awesome to actually like move out and have my own place. Like, how amazing would that be? And I look back at my journal right now, and I talked about what it would be like to wake up in my own apartment, how it would make me feel, how I would decorate my apartment, what it would bring for me, how I'd have my friends or my family over, and how I would just experience so much of my life in this beautiful apartment and everything that it would do. And then literally 2 months later, I ended up moving out, getting my own apartment, and I had the funds to actually pay for it. And 2 months prior, I did not. Like, that was not something. 2 months prior, my income was like $3,000 a month. I could never survive on my own. And then in a short amount of time, the income continued to grow, and the universe provided for me because it realized that me stepping out on my own would allow me to flourish and allow me to not only impact my life, but impact so many other people's lives by being in my own energy, being in my own space. Next was the Cadillac. I ended up manifesting my Cadillac, and that I had such a clear vision of. I would imagine myself wrapping my hands around the steering wheel. I went and test drove the Cadillac that I wanted. I made sure to just be so excited whenever I saw a Cadillac go by me on the road and just say like, that is going to be me, that's going to be mine, I'm so excited for this. And I just had this super clear vision of what I'm creating for myself. And then all of a sudden, 2 months after I moved out, I had a Cadillac, which was so freaking cool. It was one of the biggest manifestations that I've ever had. I remember that same summer when I was living at my parents' house, and I was thinking about what are the next things after this apartment and after my Cadillac. I had not really thought like 5 years into the future, really. I was really thinking about like, okay, I'm going to live in this apartment. And I remember journaling specifically saying I would live in this apartment for 2 years, and then I would move out, be in a home. I'd be parking my car in my driveway, walking into my home, and I had absolutely no idea how this would happen whatsoever. Like, I did not know anything. I was like, hopefully this will happen, but I just saw it so clearly in my brain, and I allowed myself to just go there and close my eyes at night and just imagine what it would be like to walk through the garage like door, and how it would feel to turn the key to my home, and what it would feel like to reverse back into the driveway and walk in. Like, I envisioned everything to such a significant detail. And I got so excited. Like, that was the key of it, is I was just like, I can't wait. Oh my gosh, like, this is so cool. This is so cool. And it made me just so happy to even think about. And then I ended up moving out of my apartment exactly 2 years after I had been there. It was like a year and a half, maybe a year and a half to 2 years. And then directly after that, I ended up moving in with Tyler. And that was never, ever part of the damn plan. I will tell you that. And even when I met him, I never thought like, oh, I could totally live in this house. Like, never. It was, my mind never went there, because this man was 12 years older than me. And I was not thinking about me moving in with him and starting a life and having a freaking baby. Like, that was never a question in my mind. Never a thought. Like, I did not expect our lives to go the way that it did, but here we are. And I just remember when I like moved in here, and after a couple months of being here, and like me actually reversing into the driveway and like pulling in and stuff with my Cadillac, I remember eventually telling him like, I manifested all of this. Like, how freaking cool is that? And it's just because I've had this clear vision for years and years and years of my life. And if there's just one thing that I can tell you is like, have a clear vision, dude. Like, make sure that you're truly thinking about the things that you want and why you want them. And for me, like, of course, it was so nice to think about how great it would feel when I'm in this apartment, or I have this car, or I'm moving into this house and all those things. But underlying the base, the foundation of all of these desires was knowing that me being in these positions or in these spots, these accomplishments in my life, me accomplishing these things would inspire so many women. It would inspire my siblings. It would inspire any girls that I worked with. It would inspire so many people. And that's what really made me excited, is I knew that by me stepping into the best version of myself, I was going to be helping so many people recognize what's possible for them. So instead of it all being a selfish thing of this is what I want to accomplish and this is why I want it, blah, 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 I really made sure that the underlying foundation of these desires that I had were there to help the collective. And this is where a lot of people kind of get super wrapped up when it comes to manifesting, and is manifesting good or is it bad, or is it one with God or not, or whatever. If you are manifesting from just a place of like, I want to have nice things, I want to drive a nice car, and that's the end of it, that's probably a little more selfish. If you're somebody who's like, I cannot wait to have all of these beautiful things because I want to show people they're possible of accomplishing the exact same things. I want to give people belief. I want to show people that you can become the best version of yourself. I want to inspire others. I want to give back to my community. I want to help with my parents and pay for things when I'm out with my siblings. Like, when you're trying to help the collective, that is where the magic comes in. Okay, so focus on that. Just focus on helping others, showing up every single day to be a light, be somebody who's helping and healing. And I promise you, everything is going to fall into place. Having a clear vision is going to keep you in alignment, and it's actually going to reflect your deepest desires and your overall intentions in such a beautiful way where people can know you, they like you, they trust you, they resonate with the things that you're wanting to create in this world. And because of that, you're connecting in such a deeper way than you ever have with so many more people. Having this clear vision is going to keep you so focused, especially when times get hard. You are going to have such a clear why and such a clear vision for what your future will look like that when things get hard, you're still going to show up because you know why you are doing it and you know the impact that you're wanting to make. And lastly, manifesting, co-creating with Source, God, the universe, it becomes so much easier when you know what you want, why you want it, and you just have this excitement within you and this joy and this fulfillment that you know that all these beautiful things are going to bring. And I think that what you also need to be doing is feeling into those feelings as quickly as possible. The quicker that you can feel into those feelings through your day-to-day tasks, whether it's you folding the laundry and you being super grateful that you have a ton of laundry to fold, you have to have this basis of just appreciation and passion and love for what is currently in your life right now. If you truly want to manifest all of these desires and just welcome all these beautiful things in, you cannot do that from a place of desperation or you wanting things to change so quickly. You have to come from a place of, I love my life so freaking much, but I do know that by me continuing to up level and continuing to progress and become the next level version of myself, I am going to impact so many people. I am going to just shine so much brighter, and I cannot wait to make a difference in this world. Okay, I hope that this gave you some guidance when it comes to your mindset, having that clear vision for yourself. I did want to add, I am hosting a free masterclass that it's going to be getting all into all of this juiciness. We will be literally reworking your mindset to work for you. We will clear your old past beliefs. We will set a whole new vision for yourself. And if you have a business, you're also going to get some amazing tips as well to just continue to progress and make an impact through social media. I am so excited to have you there. And also look out for that free resource of all of these next level version of yourself questions. I hope that you found this so incredibly useful. I cannot wait to hear all of your takeaways, and I will see you next Monday.